Hi, you guys, and welcome back to Briefly Trending. Today, we're going to be talking about a documentary called On the Record. Now, if you haven't heard of this documentary, I'm going to explain to you what it's about. So, this documentary is basically about some of the women who bravely came forward about Russell Simmons allegedly assaulting them. Now, this is supposed to premiere on HBO Max on May 27th, which is today. So, if you all are going to be watching, please comment down below and let me know. Now, if you don't know who Russell Simmons is an entrepreneur. He is also a record executive, but he's the most known for being the co-founder of hip-hop's music label Def Jam Recording or Records. But the documentary tells the story of Syl Abrams and Sherry Cher while centering on Drew Dixon, who is a former executive at Def Jam, or was a former executive at Def Jam. And I want to also state that Russell Simmons did denounce the documentary, I believe, and he left a statement on Instagram if you all want to go see it. It's probably further back, but if you want to go see it, you guys can. But in that statement, he said, "Let's put this moment and old narrative behind us." He also can be seen stating in the documentary that he doesn't have a stitch of violence in him, and he also said that he would never hurt anybody. Now, that's what he's saying, just in case you all wanted to know. But something that stood out to me in this trailer was that I believe the woman Drew Dixon, she was seen saying that she feared that the black community would eat her guts or hate her guts, and then she also said that she didn't want to let the culture down. Now, when she said this brought up a lot in my mind. Now, the first thing I thought of is, why do black women have to carry this load of protecting the black community by themselves? It also made me think about Anita Hill. If you all don't know who Anita Hill is, I encourage you all to really go look up her story or part of her story, because this is not her full story, it's a part of her story. But she was a brilliant lawyer and academic. I believe she's also or was also a professor at a university as well. But she is so while she's known for those great things, she's also known for her testimonies against Clarence Thompson. Now, I would encourage you all, as I said before, to please go research this, because she did allege that Clarence Thompson harassed her at some point. But if you look at the case, you'll see, or the testimonies, you'll see that there was, in my opinion, not enough investigation on what she was saying. I think that people overlooked her, and they also turned it into this thing where they made it seem like she was trying to take down a black man. I believe someone was quoted saying this is a modern day lynching, and they were talking about Clarence Thomas, and it made me think, why is it okay for, in my opinion, taking aside from this situation, why is it okay for black women to suffer in silence? Why is it okay for black women to be dismissed? That also made me think about the R. Kelly situation and how he's allegedly, as I said before, having inappropriate relationships with teenagers. And oftentimes when you hear people bring him up, it's always deflection. It's always, well, why are they trying to bring him down, or this black man down? Or it's, well, these girls are fast, or it's, well, the parents did this, or the parents should have done that, when they simply could just hold, if this is true, R. Kelly accountable for what he allegedly has done. So it really made me think about that. It also made me think about but outside of harassment and assault. It made me think about the way Snoop Dogg spoke to Gail. It made me think about the way he talked about Ari Lennox. It made me think about a lot, you guys. How oftentimes black men disrespect black women, but when it's time to hold them accountable, it's crickets. Outside of black women, there are crickets for the most part. Now, there may be some black men who speak up, but I really don't see it. I'm going to be honest. I really don't see it. But I believe, even if we go back to the R. Kelly documentary, when they asked Chance the Rapper something about, why do you think, this didn't get a lot of attention, or why do you think people overlooked it, or something along those lines, and his response said everything, in my opinion. I really just want Black women to get rid of this false idea that we have to protect men who do not protect us, or that we have to protect men who are harming us in any way. That could be physically, that could be emotionally, in any way. If they're harming you, you deserve to have your story heard. You should not have to feel like you have to carry this load of trauma and stress and pain because you want to protect a community when the people within that community are not protecting you. So I really want Black women to get rid of that false idea. And also, I've seen so many videos on TikTok and so on and so forth where Black men are actively participating in disrespecting and degrading Black women. And I'm just like, why are you going out of your way to do this? But it is what it is. I guess they want their attention, and that's their way of getting it. And also, it's Black girls on there saying, oh, well, we love Black men and this, that, and the third. But it's rare that you see that sort of energy returned to Black women, to be honest. I guess, as Chrissy would say, burn the cape, I guess. Burn the cape, right? So, you guys, this is something that really stood out to me, and I want these women to know that Black women to know that they should come forth with anything that they have experienced. I don't care what the man looks like or what the woman or whoever looks like. If someone has caused you to lose your peace, your sanity, or some part of yourself, I do believe that your story deserves to be heard. So that's all for today, you guys. Again, comment down below and tell me if you're interested in this documentary, if you'll be watching. And it comes on HBO Max on May 27th. And yeah, that's all for today. Until next time. See you guys later.